good morning. Bobby Lee here with Hurricane Creek Farms. You see we got a crowd gathering for breakfast on what is an overcast and looks to possibly be a rainy Wednesday. Here a little later on this morning, which we don't hate that. No hay on the ground. We don't have any hay ready to cut anytime in the next maybe probably 2 or 3 weeks at least anyway. So yeah, bring on the rain. No big task on the docket today that rain will ruin, but get this crowd checked. It's always good to see the bull with the issues we've had this spring so far. But see, flies, actually they don't look as terrible this morning as they have in recent days. Getting ready to mix up our sprayer where we can spray them. I wanted to do that this morning, but as I was looking around the house and the barn, I could find neither my sprayer itself or any of the fly spray. So we got to run into town anyway here in just a bit. We'll grab those things and start tomorrow morning be able to spray them. But anyway, y'all hungry? Y'all want some breakfast? Let's get them fed. Maybe a record for the number of times the camera was knocked down, and I also regret what I said about the flies not being that bad. Once you get out there right in the middle of them animals, the flies are bad. But yeah, set the camera down on the tire there, little tripod, and I think at least 3 different times they nosed it over. But yeah, definitely underestimated the flies. Woo! They just didn't look that bad on the first few that walked up. But we're gonna remedy that over the next few days, and we'll show it in future videos. So I kind of feel silly telling you, but basically we just take one of those little 1 or 2 gallon pump, hand sprayers. Of course, mix our fly spray in there, and just while they're right here at a bump like this, which those things you can spray like 20-30 feet with it if you need to, but we get plenty close enough. A little lightning on the horizon. Yeah, just cover them, and of course the first day or two you do it, they act like it's acid you're spraying on them or something. It just startles them. They're not used to it, and by about day 3 or 4 they just sit there. Probably feels good, especially as warm as it is. But anyway, they look to be in good shape. Yeah, feeling a few raindrops falling. We may be about to get wet, so we're gonna get on up here and get out of here. Nothing worse than getting in the Jeep or the truck or whatever, driving, and you finally get back up to the gate and the bottom just falls out and you're sitting there dry inside the vehicle, knowing, or you sit there do we wait a few minutes to see if it'll let up, or do we get out? But yeah, I don't think it's about to be raining that hard. But Sadie, you ready to go? The flies bothering you too? Okay, back home, which we already did a few of our earlier morning chores here before we started filming. One little, I don't know if I call it a project, but task we're gonna get done today. See, the kicker wheel that should be right here on the back of this rake, the welds had broken there. Of course, we bought this rake used, and it had apparently been broken previously and welded. We're gonna pull that off there, grab the kicker wheels over there. We're gonna run it in town to a local welding shop and get them to fix it and really do it right. And yes, maybe this here shows a little better what we're talking about. So yeah, it had been welded on. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to sit. Obviously the original welds broke when they put it back on there. Just wasn't good enough anyway. So we're gonna get them to work on that, and been running it without it. I think it broke either on the very last of the hay we cut last year. It was somewhere in the last cutting. But anyway, it is nice when we're not running a tedder to have those kicker wheels, to turn over that hay that's right in the middle, that the wings don't pull in. Just fluffs it up just a little bit. But yeah, we made the upgrades to the rake, I guess a week and a half ago or whatever, courtesy of agzaga.com. Use that discount code HCF10. Y'all should check them out, do the same. This will be, we'll have pretty much a rake back, you know, essentially like new once we've got that on there. Yeah, and y'all go easy on my attire. Don't make fun of me too much. Yes, I enjoy wearing my cutoff shorts, doing morning chores, especially on days. On a typical work day for me, when I've just got to do chores, then get cleaned up and go to work, I throw something like this on, especially when it's nice and warm outside. I want my short breeches, but yeah, my neon, you know, running shoes too. So, but do have to run into town. Not going to work today, but gotta get some other things done. So we get cleaned up, get changed, do that, drop that off while we're in town. A few other errands, kind of see what this weather does. It's really clouding up, kind of off to the south and the west. I just need to look at the radar. Yeah, I certainly don't wish away the rain at all. It's the middle of June. This time last year, we were still in pretty good shape, but it had quit raining. It was like June the 10th. We got a good rain somewhere in there, and then it didn't rain again until like the end of July. So we will absolutely not be mad about any rain today. All right, out and about in town, getting some errands run, and unfortunately one of our local farm stores here that suffered a lot of tornado damage doesn't really have much still in stock. It's actually the first time I've tried to go in there since the storms. So now I gotta decide if I want to drive to the other side of town, which in reality is like 10 minutes, but to go to, I won't even mention it, but one of the big chain farm stores. I just hate big corporate chains. I'd rather do business with a locally owned place, which not that Stockdale's was locally owned, but they were a little easier to deal with. So yeah, this is my rant or my complaint for this video, having to drive to the other side of the town to deal with a corporate owned store with people that won't have any knowledge of anything, which I know what I need to get when I go in there. But flies are eating the cows up. I probably just need to go ahead and quit whining and go get this done. So, well, we survived our trip to the big corporate farm store, but and like usual, that'd be the reason I hate going in there. I bought some things that I probably will need at some point, but yeah, there's marketing and whatnot. But anyway, main things, bought our cheap, you know, what do they call this? Just pump sprayer, I guess. I don't know if they were calling it a garden sprayer or what. But 1.5 gallons would work perfect because the rate we want, looking at our chart, calls for like 1.3 gallons. So we can make a little adjustment there. We'll have our fly spray mixed up and ready to go on some of these animals and give them a little relief. My instructions here, 2 ounces. That will be 1 ounce. There's ounce number 2. Add a little butter. The thought did cross my mind to just put some water in here first. Be sure the sprayer works as it should before I mix up the fly spray, but I guess I'm either impatient or I like to live dangerously, or maybe a combination of all the above. She works, and just her. Ultimately, we'll probably just leave this right there at our mobile feed bin there on the other farm. Spray those calves every morning because they are coming to a feed buck. There's cows here at home are not. So we'll have to do something like with a back rubber for them. But just for today, we're about to ride back here and check those cows anyway. So we'll probably just go ahead and take it with us, see if we can catch them laid up in the shade. It's the middle of the day, they probably are laid up in the shade somewhere. I'll update you on Operation Contain Smokey, and she tries her best to spill her milk. It's going a little better. We finally just shut her into this barn lot here, and it has contained her for, as she sends milk shooting everywhere. It's contained her for the last several days, so but she is mad. She walks around here bawling just like, you know, if we had just weaned her and separated her from her mama. But I mean, she's still getting all the feed she wants. Still giving her a little milk replacer, even though she's old enough. Basically, we're at the point where as soon as the bag that she's currently consuming is gone. Here, let me help you out. As soon as that bag is gone, she'll be weaned. Just eating a little grass, and we give her a little feed every day. But yeah, she's still none too happy about her new living arrangements. Yeah, ultimately we'll put her back into pasture with the cows, but when we do that, she can just find any one of a dozen or probably more like 100 places to crawl under or through the fence and end up right back in my backyard again. All right, you got it, you whipped it. Right up here real quick, see how much rain we got this morning, and what do we say, about 0.32? So we've had, I don't think I've said yet, between Saturday and Sunday we had right at 0.8, so well over an inch, a little over an inch and a tenth in the last, what, 5 days or so. So yeah, we're in pretty decent shape on moisture. So just gotta hope it keeps on raining, because again, it was about this time last year that it just quit. But yeah, garden's looking pretty decent. We don't have anything crazy as far as a garden. Looking pretty good. Well, I planted some kale, which I'm not a big kale person. Obviously eat beef. That stuff is really, it's continued to do well. I would have thought with these warmer temperatures it would have gotten real puny, but some yellow squash, some zucchini, some cantaloupe, some cucumbers, of course some tomato plants. I'm not much on tomatoes. I had a fried green tomato. You fry anything in here in the South and we'll eat it, and that pretty much applies to anything. We will fry anything, but not just a big sliced tomatoes guy. But yeah, look, I don't know what's going on there. The plant's kind of wilting a little bit, but yeah, around the South, squash is not an issue. We end up giving it away, throwing it away. If I saw somebody, I don't know if it was a meme or just something somebody had said in the last couple of years, like if you live in the South in the middle of the summer and you're buying squash, you need to really reevaluate your life choices, because you obviously have no friends, because it's easy to grow, and if you're not growing it, I guarantee you have 14 neighbors who have it just coming out of their ears. But I thought that was funny, where you can't hardly give that stuff away during the summertime because there's so much of it. I need to give a shout out to First Choice. I call them First Choice Kubota. I think their official name may be First Choice Lawn and Tractor, something like that. Anyway, they're our local Kubota dealer. They got locations all over West Tennessee, I think even into Arkansas and Kentucky, but it's who we bought our Batwing from, oh, what, 3 or 4 years ago. But sent the technician out, got the AC fixed on the tractor, but of course the battery was dead. They sent the wrong battery with him, and so posts were backwards. So he was more annoyed with that than I was. So I told him, I was like, no big deal. I mean, if it hadn't rained today, maybe I would have taken off this afternoon and gone to move that hay home. But at the same time, it's already 2 o'clock. He's gonna get the right battery, and we'll get that on there, and the tractor should be up and running. But yeah, shout out to them. I did not buy that tractor from them, but they still, you know, anybody who's had to have any kind of service calls on any kind of equipment lately knows how hard it is to get people out. I mean, I called them, and they were out here the first time to look at it and diagnose the problem in less than a week. You know, as soon as the parts came in, they were back out here. So it's going to take him 3 total trips, which, hey, knowing what service calls cost, I'm not looking forward to that bill, but no, I appreciate them getting on it. Yeah, let's ride back here and look at these cows. We find the herd laid up in the shade somewhere, but it looks like they're migrating from one shady spot probably to the creek to cool off, get them a drink of water. We can get them all kind of bunched up, stationary. We'll see if we can spray them a little. But as you can see, we have got to get in here with that mower. This will actually probably be the first place we come to clip. We want to knock the heads off all the fescue as well. And, out there just in our creek bottoms where we don't really have the weed problem, but out here we got a clip to control the weeds as much as anything. So see if we can get them all together and do a little fly control. Oh yeah. See, it startles them a little bit. I'm not quite sure what to think of it, but they pretty quickly realize there's nothing to that. You can spray far enough with it that, yeah, when you got them all like around a feed bump, you can pretty much treat one entire bump group standing in one place. And real quickly we can have those 60 or so calves, the other farm, treated within just a few minutes. And we can do it pretty much every morning. Okay, well they're not gonna let me do just a great deal of this. Cow of death there. Oh, we can get you, little calf. But you get the idea. We'll take it down to the other farm in the morning. But yeah, it's just a little muddy, which hey, we like a little mud, especially this time of year. Good deal. This crew looks content. But yeah, like I said earlier, it's about 2 o'clock. I got some more errands. Are you kidding me? This thing just break or? Okay, I don't think it broke. I think there was probably an error in the assembly process, which, yeah. Oh yeah, we're still working, so. Didn't break it that quickly. Made in China's not great, but got a bag of mineral in there. We'll ride over here and put it out. But yeah, certainly didn't feel like I got a lot accomplished today. I had some errands, some kind of non-farm errands that, more personal things had to get done today. So we got some of that accomplished. Got the animals checked out. We're set up to spray. One step closer to having a tractor running again. So it wasn't an entirely non-productive day. It was a good day for it to rain most of the morning, which it did, because yeah, we're not in the hayfield or anything. But yeah, not as much action in this one probably. I guess is what I'm beating around the bush at. I'm probably about to call it a day as far as farm chores. Got a few other things to do. Feels really nice here in the shade with this breeze though. But yeah, keep tuning back in. Yeah, clipping some pastures, a very big priority. We got something new on the way from agzaga.com. We'll be excited to show off. Yeah, I don't know what we'll be doing in the next video, if it'll be more of highlighting that item or doing some pasture clipping. Both are kind of needs, but maybe all the above. But got that. Won't be long until we're back on the second cutting of hay. May have some more exciting things about to go on there too as well. Little teaser. I won't reveal much more than that. But yeah, keep tuning back in. The other bull up there, I guess we didn't even show him this morning. We treated him one more time in that last video. I think we could probably turn him out today. One reason I didn't is the cows. We moved them all the way back here, so we would have. It's not quite as simple as just opening a gate and he's with the cows again now. We'd have to open the gate and do a mini cattle drive or bull drive to get him back here. But yeah, we appreciate y'all watching. Check out agzaga.com. If you do, which you should, and there's lots of good stuff on there, use the discount code HCF10, 10% off. Why wouldn't you? HurricaneCreek.farm. That was one thing I had to do this morning, was drop a hat. It was just one, but a hat off at the post office, headed just south of us down to Mississippi. Yeah, HurricaneCreek.farm. Check out the Talk Dirt to Me podcast. I believe it's talkdirtpodcast.com. All these links in the description as always. Appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate you listening to my rambling here at the end. Y'all eat beef and God bless.